Gururara Dhanadishya Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Paratarannasti Kripalu Gurave Namah Aho Vakiyam Stanakalakutam Jighansaya Bhayayadapyasadvi Lebhe gatim Dhatyuchitam Tatonyam Khamvadayalum Sharanam Vrajema. Eternal seekers of divine bliss, we shall chant the divine name for a few minutes, and then I will begin the talk after that. Bhajo Giridhara Govinda Gopala 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 बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की श्रीमद सतगुरु सरकार की। Let me briefly go through what I have said so far. The universal goal behind each and every action of each and every living being is only one, and that is happiness. This desire, this quest for happiness is our inborn nature. Where did this nature come from? Why do we desire happiness? I often ask people this question and they don't know the answer. And it is only if we know the answer of this question that we will attain our goal of perfect happiness. But if we do not have the answer, then all our attempts are going to be fruitless and futile. The scriptures reveal to us the mystery behind this universal goal of happiness. They declare that each and every living being is a part of God. We are not this physical body, we are souls and we are parts of God. God has been defined as bliss. Now it is a law that every part is inevitably endowed with the nature of the whole. God is bliss, therefore we will desire only bliss. Our desire for happiness is connected to God. You may call it perfect happiness, you may say peace, you may say love. These are all synonymous terms. Now, although each and everyone desires happiness, including the atheist, the person who doesn't believe in God, yet today we find that most people deny the existence of God. And obviously there is no question of them accepting God as the creator of this universe. However, from what we discussed yesterday, we took up this most important age-old question of the existence of God. And from what we discussed, it was obvious that the arguments of non-believers, it doesn't hold any weight at all. God does exist. And the arguments of these non-believers may be compared to the empty words of a blind man. The blind man who is shouting and proclaiming, "You are fools who believe in the sun. There is no sun at all." However, if a person is determined not to believe, you cannot do anything about it. There is a story of two girls. They had a bet. The bet was about a tree in the neighbor's house. One girl said, "That tree is an apple tree." The other one said, "No, it is a pear tree." And you know how much they bet? They bet $100,000. What a big bet. A third person heard them, and he knew and recognized the tree as an apple tree. He called this girl who was betting that it is a pear tree, and he said to her, "You are so foolish. How can you bet that this is a pear tree when it's an apple tree? You will lose so much money. I know this is an apple tree." Do you know what she said? She said, "I will not agree." So what can you do to a person who is determined not to agree? You cannot do anything at all. However, the existence of God cannot be completely proved by means of perception or inference. It can be completely proved only with evidence from the scriptures as well as the testimony of saints. Who are the saints? The saints are spiritual scientists. They have researched, meditated, and eventually experienced the truth. So the evidence is too massive to ignore. Now let us come to the 3 questions that I left unanswered towards the end of the last talk. The first question was, if God is the creator, then what has He created? Because the scriptures declare that this universe is a combination of 3 eternal entities: God, we individual souls, and Maya. And there are only 3 eternal entities. So if God is a creator, what has He created? Secondly, we have Darwin's question. His question was, if God is the creator of this world, then being a perfect personality, why did He create this imperfect world which is full of suffering? This is even our question. I know that. A lot of people ask this question from me. The third question is, all the religions declare that God is all-pervading. He pervades every particle of this universe. Then why do we not experience His blissful divine presence anywhere in this world? 3 important questions. And I'm sure many of you have this question. That's why I want you to listen very carefully. Before I begin the first one, that is, how is God the creator and what has He created, let me briefly deal with some theories about creation which have been propounded by scientists and philosophers. These theories are purely materialistic theories because they declare that material matter is the only cause of creation. There is no need of God at all. These materialistic views go as far back as 600 BC. There were a number of Greek philosophers who declared different causes of this creation. The philosopher named Thales said that the world has evolved from water. But you will be surprised to know that his own pupil, Anaximenes, denied this and said, no, it's not water. The creation has evolved from air and it will return to air. Heraclitus declared that it's not air or water, but I believe that creation has evolved from fire. Another Greek philosopher, Anaxagoras, said that creation has evolved from a combination of atoms. When these atoms separate, it is going to be destruction or dissolution. Many other philosophers, later philosophers like Spinoza Hobbes, Descartes, etc., they also had materialistic views. Descartes differentiated between mind and matter and declared that it is mind and matter that is the ultimate reality. Spinoza said that nature is the ultimate reality. The most mechanical explanation of the origin of the universe and life is that of Darwin. I'm sure many of you have heard the name of Darwin. His theory of evolution has been referred to in two of his books, Origin of Species and Descent of Man. Darwin said that all higher species of living beings have developed from simple beings. He did not believe that man is the center of God's whole creation. In fact, you must have heard that he declares that man has originated from monkeys. Have you ever seen a monkey giving birth to a human being? Not only that, if we accept the fact that higher species originated from lower species, then the lower species should have ceased to exist today. But that is not so. Here we are, human beings with our intelligence, and at the same time, we also have the stupid ass. Both exist even today. Birds give birth to birds, animals give birth to animals, and this sequence exists not only today, but it also existed in the time of Darwin himself. Nobody has ever seen a pigeon giving birth to an elephant or a fish giving birth to an ant. Then again, if the higher beings have come or originated from simple beings, such as the amoeba, you must have heard of the amoeba. It's a unicellular being, just one cell. The question comes, how did creatures with bones originate from boneless creatures? If you listen to the explanation given by these evolutionists, you will just laugh. They say that bones came into being, bones were formed due to hard work, bones were formed due to mental stimulation, bones were formed due to excessive consumption of lime. Why don't you try this and find out? Some of them say that bones were formed due to joining of arteries and veins. Mind you, I cannot discuss all these ridiculous explanations. There's no time to go into the detail, but what I'm trying to point out is that their explanations cannot be accepted. There doesn't seem to be any systematic link anywhere in the theory of evolution. There is so much difference in age, lifespan, in appearance, likes and dislikes, living habits. If you listen to what they say about the age of the earth, you will find that there is no definite decision. The evolutionists such as Haeckel, etc., said that the earth is 820,000 years. The geologists say that it is 100 million years. And there are others who say, no, it's 200 million years. Now, what are you going to decide? Let's go to the scriptures, the Vedas. The Vedas give a very precise account about the age of the earth as of the year 2008. The age of the earth is 1,972,949,108 years. How precise it is, isn't it? Creation has been divided historically into 4 ages, and they are called yugas. We have the present age is Kali Yuga, and it comprises of 432,000 years. The second age is Dwapar Yuga, which is twice the period of Kali Yuga, 864,000 years. And similarly, Treta Yuga is 3 times, and Satyuga is 4 times, 1,728,000 years. These 4 ages or yugas together are referred to as Chaturyug. Chaturyug multiplied 71 times is equal to another time dimension which is referred to as a Manvantar. A Manvantar is 306,730,000 years.